Namaste friends, and I hope you're doing well. It's been quite some time since I've done a video, and I'm really excited that I have time today to come up with a very interesting topic, which I get again and again in my emails. Almost every day I get emails from friends all over the world asking, the significance of this topic. Okay. What I'll be talking about in this video is about atmakaraka. Okay, atma means the soul, karaka means one who is responsible, or the significator. Say you have, to put very simply, you have something which is authoritatively responsible towards your soul. Okay, something which is in full control of your soul. It's called atmakaraka. Now these karakas are very much used in the Jaimini system of astrology. For those who are not sure, there are various types of astrology or Vedic astrology out there. The most common are Jaimini and Parashari. Okay, I'm a Parashari guy, very much trained in the traditions of Parashara Horasastra. I'm somewhere in between beginner and intermediate for the Jaimini system, but these karakas are sort of the core essentials that the Jaimini astrology focuses on. So, with that aside, to talk about again the atmakaraka, what exactly it is. So again, as you would have known, or in Hindu philosophy, or in the Vedic philosophy to be precise, we are born out of our sin. Okay, until our sins are being paid, okay, quote unquote, paid back, only then we would attain sanctity, moksha, and eventually reach mukti. Mukti means a liberation of the soul. So it has a process. One must be in alignment in the spiritual world to first attain moksha. Moksha means sanctity. And once you have attained that sanctified state, only then mukti can be guaranteed per se. Mukti is liberating our soul, where we will not be born again. And in essence, that is what the Hindus or the Vedic tradition says. Okay, being born again is a sin. That process of being born and to perish again is in the clutches of samsara. Samsara is the reincarnation process, which is what we should avoid. Based on the Vedic traditions and philosophy. Okay, so once we know who our atmakaraka is, or the one who's responsible for our soul, then we could propitiate, or we could find remedial measures to correct our actions, which will lead to sanctity, right, to moksha. And now you know how important is this atmakaraka. Without atmakaraka, will be caught in the idea of illusion. This illusion, or what we call as Maya in the Vedic scriptures, says that we forget. Okay, we forget that we are supposed to pay our debts, and we continue to create more sins in this world. And the more sins we create, the more problems which we will have, which is why astrology is so important. But let's put that aside. So again, without the connection or the bridge to our soul, we would dwell in the realms of Maya. And Maya is all about desire, lust, greed, in all the other ill habits that a human has, is in the possessions or under the control of Maya herself. Okay, Maya is something that we should acknowledge. Okay, we cannot totally get rid of it. Okay, we are living in a very time is different now. Of course, these scriptures were written 5,000 years ago, but time is crucial now. The time where we must understand that we must strike a balance between Maya and also the state of moksha, sanctity. So if we can strike the balance, we cannot totally ignore Maya, because we live in this such world. We need to earn money, we need to feed our children, we need to pay bills, we need to have little small desires to come true, we need to send our kids to college, or what not, to take care of our parents. So we need money, and money requires us to be in the world of Maya. Okay, be it desire, be it greed, be it lust, be it anger, be it anything. Okay, we cannot. Sometimes we find it difficult to distinguish between Maya and also what we are supposed to do. So there's two things here, as I'm mentioning. One is that we must acknowledge that we are living in an illusion, which is Maya, and we must find ways to strike the balance, or to look where sanctity is. Okay, so if you can find that balance, if we can perfectly find that balance, then life will be interesting. So there's two ways to find the balance. One is to find your atmakaraka. Okay, once you know who your atmakaraka is, performing certain remedies, performing propitiation would definitely create the balance where we will be living parallelly, both on the Maya and also towards sanctity. Now what happens is, when we do this, we find that our life will get meaningful. Okay, certain things like frustrations would not be there to begin with. Once we start to follow this path, frustrations will be first thing to be removed. Second thing is, you'll be filled with more love than hatred or jealousy. These are the indicators or symptoms of going through the right path. Okay, so that's one thing. Knowing who's our atmakaraka and following it creates success or abundance in all facets of our life. The second way is to follow dharma. The more dharmic way we have in life, the way, if we focus everything, if we center ourselves in anything we do, in any action that we perform, we have God as the focal point, and that creates a very dharmic action, and that way of life creates also the balance between illusion, Maya, and also sanctity, which is moksha. Okay, so that's roughly what atmakaraka is, and that importance is the epitome for us. It is crucial. It is highly recommended that we must know who's our atmakaraka, and even very simple propitiation would yield a lot of benefits in our life. Okay, back to the Jaimini astrology. So for Parashara, although these karakas are also considered, but it's not too much though. Jaimini astrology is the one that truly focuses on this. So let me tell you what the atmakaraka and how do you actually find this. So atmakaraka is there's two types of atmakaraka. Okay, the first is the natural one. Always atmakaraka is the sun. The natural atmakaraka for all of us is the sun. That is why if you go to a Hindu temple, if you look at the Navagraha or the 9 grahas, they have the sun right in the center of all the grahas or all the planets. This shows that is the soul of who we are. Okay, the very natural, the very innate quality of who we are is seen in the natural atmakaraka. So if you start to look where the sun or Surya Bhagwan is positioned in your chart, whether it's in a malefic state or naturally it's mild malefic, but whether it's in conjunction with the other grahas, or does it form any malefic yogas, or naturally in a different house, is it being looked at or drishtied by other grahas, and so on and so forth. Just by looking at the sun in your chart gives you many indicators on what sort of person you are on a very base level is seen here. Okay, so that's your natural atmakaraka. For all of us, the natural atmakaraka is the sun. Now there's something called the chara atmakaraka. Chara means movable and not fixed. Naturally movable. So this is where your actual atmakaraka is. I call it the real atmakaraka. This is where it shows the cravings of your soul. What does your soul actually desire is seen in this chara atmakaraka. The chara atmakaraka, okay, is seen with the highest degree in your Rasi chart. If you look at your Rasi chart, most likely on the first page itself, you will find the degrees for the grahas. At the time of your birth, it'll show you which graha is at which degree. Okay, some of the modern softwares shows you even clearly the indications, like AK would be atmakaraka and AMK would be atmakaraka, and so on and so forth. So look for the highest degree in your charts to see which atmakaraka you have. Okay, here's an example of an atmakaraka. And moving to Gemini again, there are different types of atmakarakas. So I want you to clearly understand that your chara atmakaraka, forget about the sun, that's your natural atmakaraka, but what your soul craves, or the strongest planet in your chart is your chara atmakaraka, and look for the highest degree in your Rasi charts. Now, the second thing in Gemini is they have something called the atmakaraka. Atmakaraka is the second highest degree. The first was the chara atmakaraka. The atmakaraka is the highest or the strongest, and it controls or gives you a lot of indications of your first house. The atmakaraka controls the second and the 10th house. It gives you all the indicators or the features for your second and the 10th house. This is very important. It shows you this karaka, or the second highest degree in your chart. This karaka shows your significations in your career life. How strong is your career? So if someone asks you, I need to know what sort of career propensities do I have, what are the best career opportunities that I should personally take based on my chart. And the first thing that one must do is look for the atmakaraka. Okay, again, this is Gemini system, but still look for the atmakaraka and see how it's positioned, and everything about the atmakaraka must be analyzed, which shows the second and 10th house. Okay, the house of wealth and also the house of karma, or the house of career is seen here. It shows leadership roles, gaining of wealth, happiness in the family, and all that is in your atmakaraka. The third karaka would be the Badru or Badri karaka. Okay, this is the third highest degree in your charts. Now, if you look at that, this shows your siblings. Naturally, Badru means siblings. It also shows your courage in life. How well do you look at when you face with adversity, when you face with a problem? How well do you cope with it? Okay, these are the things you can analyze on your atmakaraka. On your Badri karaka. Okay, the Badri karaka is the third highest degree in your charts, and it controls the third and the 9th house. Next is the Matru karaka. Matri means it means mother, and the karaka for that is seen on the 4th highest degree. So if you notice your charts and you saw the fourth highest degree, that's your MK or your Matru or your Matrikaraka. This house indicates one's mother, your lands, your buying houses, assets, properties, and this house is also called the Sukha Bhava, your general happiness. Someone asks you, I need to understand what happiness is in my life, or will I ever be happy in this life, or what is the essence of happiness in my life, then one must look into the Matrikaraka, or the Graha or the planet, which is the fourth highest degree in your chart. Look everything to do with that, and we can get a very interesting reading about this. The fifth is the Putra Karaka. Putra means the progeny or children. This house indicates intelligence, creativity, and so on. Also, generally, formal education is also seen in the fifth house. So if you want to look at those aspects, look at the Graha which has the fifth highest degree, and that Graha would be your Putra Karaka. Next is your Nati Karaka. Nati is the Karaka that controls the sixth house, or the sixth highest degree in your charts. It controls all the Dushtana houses, which means the 6, 8 and 12 houses. It is very important to see what sort of adversities that you have in your life, what sort of enemies, rivals, competition, challenges, diseases and all that is seen in the Nati Karaka. It's very important. A lot of accidents are also seen as part of Nati Karaka. They say if you are under the dasa of the Nati Karaka, and say your Nati Karaka is Venus, and you're going to the Venus Mahadasa, so you have to be more cautious, and because you'll be prone for accidents or events which will lead to accidents. This doesn't mean only road accidents, it can be anything, even domestic also are called accidents. So Nati Karaka, remember, the sixth highest degree in your chart. Okay. The last Karaka is your Dhara Karaka. Dhara means, literally Dhara means spouse, and also shows your features in your married life, or your partners, your legal bindings. How are they connected to you? What sort of feelings would you receive, and would you also provide to your spouse? What sort of mutual understanding? So many people, when they ask me to look for their muhurta for proper marriage and all that, it is essential to analyze the dhara, or some call it the stri, S-T-R-I, the stri karaka as well. Okay, it is essential to know which graha is your dhara karaka or stri karaka, and this can be seen as the seventh highest degree in your charts. Once again, these are the 7 different karakas, starting from Atma right up to Dhara. These are very more into Gemini astrology, but it's no harm to know more than one system. So I hope this video has brought you some understanding on what atmakaraka is and how you can find it. But if you're unsure on what is your atmakaraka or any other karakas, then post it on the Facebook group. If you're in my group, please join. If you're not, and then when I have the time, definitely I would reply to you. Okay friends, so till the next time, thank you. Namaste.